Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of the Daily Crypto News. And yes guys, you're seeing it correctly, 5-Minute Crypto has officially launched. I launched it yesterday and I think it's already been doing quite amazing. We already got 42 subs, but yes, this is my second crypto channel on which I'll be posting a daily general crypto update in just 5 minutes. So no, there will not be XRP specific things in there. It will not be specific to one coin. It will have all the most important core crypto updates summarized in a couple of minutes so you can just quickly watch it and move on with your day. And I recommend you guys all to give it a little follow. Now, if you guys are enjoying the daily crypto news, make sure you support the channel by pressing the like button and subscribing. And also, the question of today is, what is your end of the year price prediction for XRP, Bitcoin, and Ethereum? Or just one of them? Let us know in the comment section down below. First tweet of the day comes from XRP Baba Fett. He says, okay, so my mom sent me this. She wants Joel Katz or Wietsewind to explain the possible FUD on XRP/XRP or she's pulling the funding. My mom's name is Linda and it means beautiful. I don't want an XRP awkward Mother's Day. So it says right here, which is an article from Decrypt, and I have it open, I think, here as well on another website. Ripple CTO David Schwartz also believes 98% of the XRP transactions are empty. And again, it says right here as well on Decrypt, a new research paper finds that several major cryptos are largely used for the blockchain equivalent of spam. David Schwartz says, as a reply to it, because this was a pretty big deal, I believe it. Transactions are so fast and cheap, and the ledger has so much capacity, little incentive not to submit near zero value transactions. Not long ago, 50% of all public decentralized ledger transactions were on XRPL. Some have argued we should raise the minimum transaction fee from 0.00001 XRP to something much more significant to reduce the transaction spam. And long time ago, we had a very, very big discussion about exactly this scenario because really, if you think about it, it's so cheap to send a transaction. It takes so little money. With $10, I don't even know how many tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of transactions you could send, which is, again, kind of cool on the one hand, but really, really quite annoying in terms of spam on the other hand. And there's no easy fix for it. One of the things they proposed, I guess, it's a little. I guess you should just check out the proposal. Type in on Google XRP amendment or proposal or something like that. You'll find it really quickly, I believe. It's another idea that David Schwartz, I believe, came up with, and it is a kind of a countermeasure to all this spam. However, the only thing they could do here is just raise the transaction fee, which would also burn more XRP in the end. However, I don't necessarily know if that would be a good thing. You know, it's so cheap, so significant to send XRP right now. It will still never be like a cent, but it will not have that trait anymore of being ridiculously cheap. Yeah, and I think that would not be too nice if they changed that. But yes, there was a very big discussion about this going on today. A lot of people were talking about it. Wietsewind says, looks like an odd number to me, especially since the XRP ledger is actively or actually being used for real transfer of value. However, mail servers are also being used for boatloads of spam, filtered on the recipient side. Does that make email worthless? And that's actually a very good point. David Nathan also makes a little bit of a point. But basically, in emails, yes, 99% of the emails I get are spam. You know, are either spam or really, really unwanted that I didn't subscribe for. 99% of them. And I get a lot of freaking emails. And the thing I think about with that is, I'll still use my email for the 1%. It's still ridiculously good. They're trying to spam it. And I believe as well that maybe those email servers already block certain spam as well, which is too obvious and they just deleted. I actually have not looked it up too far on all of that. But the question to answer it is like, could we fix this or should it be a bad thing? No, because Galgatron also here, rightfully so, says, would you rather have 8 TPS and send $50 of fees per payment? Well, no. So if it's really, really cheap, there's going to be spam attacks. And there's going to be people spamming it. It's just a fact. And there's not much you can do about it except for kind of excluding those big spam accounts. but that's again a whole different piece of pie. Crypto Bull said those selling XRP today to hop over to another coin that's mooning will deeply regret it tomorrow. And again, tomorrow is kind of metaphoric, I guess, for soon. Last time, XRP did nothing while other coins gained 1,000%. Then the XRP community saw its coin rise 70,000%. And that again refers to the bigger bull run that we saw a while ago, because XRP was not in the top position when Bitcoin was going up. No, it took another month and a little bit for XRP to really get to its all-time high values, while most of the coins had already bloomed, which is really kind of interesting if you think about it as well. But that's again something that he's trying to point out here. Don't fall behind, don't give up on coins just quite yet, because it might all turn around. Maybe not only XRP, there'll be multiple coins, and I guess at this point Bitcoin is not even doing that good, but it's something to consider and keep in mind that you should not focus on only one coin and not label one coin as useless when it's down a little bit and not moving as much as the rest. How much Bitcoin you need to be within the 1% of the richest Bitcoin holders? Well, we've actually discovered a little bit ago what it takes to become a number one XRP holder. And for Bitcoin, I think it's a little bit strange to get into it or care about it. By the way, the pictures don't work because, well, if you think about it, almost none of us will be one. It's going to be at least, and I know that for a fact, at least 10 Bitcoin. So then I'm always like, why would I really care? It's going to be at least a couple $100,000s. So, and by the way, this article doesn't really have the info because I don't see the number right here anywhere. Just a little bit of a random thing. It's also a really strange website, and I don't know how I got here, if I may be honest. All right. Again, this article, a little bit of FUD. A lot of people were really happy about it. A lot of people were. David Schwartz also said, some have argued we should raise the minimum transaction fee to that. JT said, what is the gain from spam transactions? Is it like people sending links to Ledger accounts to get you to click a virus? And David said, last I checked, most of them look like bots fighting over positions in the order books. Offer, create, and offer cancel transactions. I haven't looked in a while though. Very little of it seems malicious. That's pretty good as well. Here's why altcoins bouncing as Bitcoin retraces from 10K is bullish. Bitcoin price is struggling to crack $10,000, while other cryptos are attempting to catch up during the weekend lull. The price of Bitcoin, the top-ranked crypto, hit the psychological barrier of 10K, but immediately rejected. Meanwhile, the sentiment is shifting from fear towards greed, as the crypto fear and greed index is now above 50 for the first time in 3 months. However, altcoins have been showing weakness across the board, and investors are selling their altcoins to catch the Bitcoin train, with the halving now less than 3 days away. Bitcoin hits the psychological level of 10K, which is a pretty good thing in my opinion, because that means all attention is now back to Bitcoin. And again, if we cross 10K, it's going to be a big freaking pump, what we expect. And the bearish scenario you can see right here. Can we zoom in a little bit? Right here, whole resistance area. Area to hold is the 9350 to 9400 area. If we don't hold, we breach even further. Again, this is what the move might look like. Potential long-term entry zone after market calms down from the FOMO on the halving. So basically, this is the bearish scenario. If all doesn't go well, we don't, stay above 10K because we're not going to cross this resistance. Going to go into a little bit of a bearish fall and then possibly go back all the way down to any of these zones. Could be any of them. Who knows which one it's going to be. As halving draws near, here are the top 3 Bitcoin price predictions by experts. And I would say that this is not worth your time. Don't look into Bitcoin price prediction articles like that because, again, they're not going to help you out at all. What you could do is go for price analysis like this one right here, because there is a couple of things that really make a lot of sense. But I think this is one of the best articles over on Cointelegraph because it shows you all the major points to look at, or all the major lines which might draw or have any significance. All the supports, all the resistances, you see them right in here, and you can work with that. So here it says the area to hold is 9350 to 9400, and potential long-term entry zone after market calms down just from the FOMO on the halving. By the way, guys, here in the Netherlands now, it's 24, I believe, degrees or something like that, Celsius. It's been amazingly hot. And it kind of feels strange to say 24 degrees is hot, But it's the warmest day, I think. Might be of the, no, not yet of the year. I think there was one day which was warmer, but definitely a very warm day since the winter started, and I'm enjoying it. Even though we gotta stay inside, I'm enjoying the weather, guys. Who would have thought? As halving draws near, here are the top 3 Bitcoin price predictions. We just went over that. Tim Draper's reason for Bitcoin hitting 250,000 receives practical support. Last year, billionaire Tim Draper shared one major reason why Bitcoin would surge to 250K within 2 years. Now his statement seems to be finding support. I don't give a shit about that. I think it's kind of stupid. But women to drive Bitcoin adoption forward, and women's take on Bitcoin is what is doing all of this, it says. Interesting. But some fun facts of a woman, by the way. This comes from the CoinShares CSO. She says, some fun facts. 51% of the wealth in the US is controlled by women, $21 trillion. 96% of women are responsible for financial decisions in their households. If you want Bitcoin to change the future of finance, focus on talking to this segment. I don't know if there is any evidence on this because I don't know if it's true. I don't believe more wealth is controlled by women than by men. But she says it with a lot of confidence. However, might be a little bit of a skewed view because I really don't believe that. To be completely honest, I don't believe that. But maybe there's numbers for it. I don't know. I just, and also 96% of the women are responsible for financial decisions in the household. 96. I personally would not let anybody else be responsible for the financial decisions in my household, but that's just me. But again, anybody their own thing, right? I'm not against it, nothing like that. Just saying, is it really that high of a number? 96%. Another Twitter user, Miss Hold, offered advice on how to get women to start using Bitcoin. Women don't need TikTok videos or fashion models to get them into Bitcoin. They need an easy to understand information and tools to make them feel confident in their investment. Women by nature are less risk takers. I do find myself attracted to this view. I get that one. Right, you don't need to draw them in with stupid things like TikToks, which again I don't like, but being very informative could help, and even for just men and I guess older people, just to say it simply. And I'm talking about, let's say for example, like the after retirement. And again, I'm calling those older. If you feel discriminated or hated by that, I'm sorry, because those are always a little bit more, I guess, patient to enter into a market like this because they don't know it. You know, they haven't grown up with the computers like a lot of the younger generation have, and they're not, that innovative most of the time. They're kind of more held back or laid back and waiting it out a little bit. I think if we have a very, very easy way to understand XRP and Bitcoin, just a very, very simple format to explain everything, and just more general media coverage, it will be a lot easier for all of them to join and also support it because the stuff is amazing. And literally, for example, your grandpa, if you're, let's say, for example, 30, think about your grandpa, or maybe your father. If he wants to send some money home, or wanted to send, maybe in history, from another country, if we were there, it would be really freaking amazing if that could have been done, in a splash of an eye without costing anything, right? Think about that. Bitcoin dumps post-halving or dump will be caused by the exchanges themselves, says Willy Woo. Now, that is actually quite interesting. But this, I will actually cover in my 5-minute crypto video later today. So make sure you go over to that channel and subscribe already because, again, it's going to be a very, very good freaking channel. So make sure you check it out. But in brief, another popular crypto analyst believes that it's entirely plausible for the price of Bitcoin to plunge following the halving. He argued that exchanges offering futures trading will induce the biggest sell pressure on the market, which is also what one of the billionaires just now was buying. And again, more on that in my video later. This one we just covered. And last but not least, Bitcoin halving in 2 days. Bitcoin touches the 10K mark. Bitcoin price analysis. Looking at this lights, it kind of looks like honey. It makes me freaking hungry. So guys, that was it for this video. Hopefully you all enjoyed it. Hopefully you learned something new. If you did, make sure you press the like button and subscribe because again, you gotta be greedy here. I mean, greed index is crazy, guys. It's looking really, really crazy. But again, take care everybody. Have a very nice day. Enjoy your weekend.